In my opinion, the Yankees have a big surprise for us Yankees fans. Now, you're probably saying, Joe, what in the world are you talking about? What is the surprise? Well, it's a player within our system, and I'm seeing a lot of fans kind of count him out. They're not big on him anymore. And he's out of major league options, and I'm talking about Oswald Peraza. Now, Aaron Boone has mentioned that Peraza will most likely, if the Yankees don't get a third baseman, will most likely compete for the job. He mentioned LeMahieu, Cabrera, Peraza. He brought up his name. Hal Steinbrenner also brought up Peraza's name. I think that's huge. Now, if the Yankees don't get a third baseman, that's probably going to be the position battle heading into spring training, which I'm fine with. I love Cabrera. I love Peraza. Now, a lot of Yankees fans are counting Peraza out. And I'm not saying give Peraza the job on opening day. No, he has to earn the job. But what I am saying is, if you're going to take Yorbi Bibas over Oswald Peraza, I think you need to get your head checked. I really do. Because if you look at what Bibas did last year and you compare that to what Peraza did, it's night and day. Especially if you take the last 3 months of the season, even if you take the last 2 months of the year. Peraza had a really great final half, second half of the season, second half of the season. He down there in the minors. He really did. So, Bibas. Let's talk about Bibas. I'm seeing takes on the interwebs mentioning that we should move Peraza to the side and give Bibas an opportunity. Well, Bibas, his final 3 months of the season, hit .214 with 6 home runs, a .691 OPS, 12 stolen bases for Yorbi Bibas. So he hit .214, 6 home runs, 30 RBI with a .691 OPS, 12 stolen bases. Bibas overall had 20 of them in 2024. Okay, fine. But that .214 average and that .691 OPS, that's an eyesore. Oswald Peraza, final 3 months of the season, hit .258, 13 home runs, 44 RBI with an .814 OPS. 16 stolen bases. Now, if you want to crunch those numbers even more, let's go to August and September. Bibas hit .199, 4 home runs, .658 OPS. Peraza, .248, 10 home runs, 33 RBI with an .811 OPS, 9 stolen bases. Peraza had 25 stolen bases last year. Like I said, I'm not saying make Peraza the opening day third baseman. It's not what I mean. But what I do mean is this. I don't think many Yankees fans paid attention to him last year down there and what he did in the minors. I really don't. And yes, it's minor league baseball, but that's where we get the sense of what a player, of who a player is and what a player can be. Right? That's why we make them go through the ringer. That's why we make them go through low A, high A, double A, triple A, because that's how we evaluate the talent. Right? So Peraza played well. He did. That second half of the season, he played really well. An .814 OPS. 13 home runs. He showed some pop. 17 home runs overall. One of them was with the Yankees. And I think in that 13 was the Yankee home run, but he went 2 for 10 with the Yankees. I mean, it didn't help his average at all. If anything, it brought it down. But Peraza, in my opinion, I think you need to give him one more opportunity. If you don't get a third baseman, you need to give him one more opportunity. Just have him battle for the job in spring training, and I think he would be a huge surprise to us all. I really do. There's fans counting him out, counting Dominguez out. These boys, Peraza, former top 100 prospect, I think he was in the top 100 2 years in a row. Dominguez, one of the top prospects in baseball. And there are people who are not convinced in Dominguez. They're not. I think that's crazy. You need to. Anthony Volpe was given the longest leash I've ever seen. He had a 666 OPS his first year, and he had a 657 OPS last year. The only thing that improved was his batting average. His power went down, walks went down. I think he struck out. It wasn't a good year for him last year. Anybody says that Anthony Volpe's improved, I don't see how. I think Anthony Volpe is primed after that postseason last year. He's primed to have a big year. I'm praying to God he does. Entering year 3. But that's my point. You have a guy like Anthony Volpe who's been given such a long leash. And he's a tremendous shortstop, by the way. Very good. But Peraza's excellent defensively. I'm not saying go give Peraza the Anthony Volpe leash, but what I'm telling you is that's a productive baseball player in there. There's a productive baseball player in there. If you give him enough time, he's going to show you that. I kind of want him to go somewhere else. I kind of want him to play every day and show everybody, hey, I'm a big leaguer. Like I said, I think the world of Peraza, and when Peraza and Volpe were in the Yankee system at the same time, I was like, man, this is the future shortstop, future second baseman, third base. And for some reason, Peraza, whether it's, injuries, like I get it, but to just completely disregard what he did last year and to say you want Bebas, because I'm seeing that take on Twitter, to say you want Bebas over Peraza. That's a wild take. Bebas, he fell off the second half of the season. He was bad. And I wish nothing but the best for him. I hope Bebas goes in this spring and mashes. I hope they all do. But for us Yankees fans, I think we're in for a big surprise with Peraza. And if Peraza does not have a good spring, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. And notoriously, he doesn't really play that great in spring. So the odds aren't really in his favor. But what I do know is this. I do know the kind of player he was last year and the numbers that he had. He showed power, right? That OPS was beautiful. He could play defense. We all know that. That kid has a cannon for an arm. Too many people are counting Peraza out, and I think he's going to surprise you. I think he's going to surprise all of Yankee land. I really do. If he doesn't, I was wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I'd be wrong.